All right, so we're live. All right,
Awesome.
so guys, this is the week 14 predictions episode for the Battle of Ohio podcast.
Mhm.
Before the game, before like currently the Steelers and Vikings game is going on. Before the game, I texted Thomas and asked him his prediction. He predicted Vikings. I also predicted Vikings, and that game was looking absolutely fan-fucking-tastic until probably about the last let's say 4 minutes of game time where the Steelers just kind of like ass backed their way into 14 points in like a 4 minute time span. And now they got the ball back offensively because the Vikings quite literally dropped the ball. And Steelers going to have an opportunity to go make this game 29-21 when it was 29-0 not too long ago.
Ugh, hate this Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh my God. But anyway, that's we're gonna have that on in the background as we always do during these predictions episode. But the point of us being on is to decide who we think is going to win these games. So Thomas, we are going to start this week with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Who do you think is going to win that game?
Give me the Titans.
Titans.
Ryan Tannehill. Jacksonville just a lost team. Urban Meyer's not an NFL coach. Trevor Lawrence disappointing rookie season. I mean, it hasn't been bad, but let's be real. Come on, like this, he was supposed to be the second coming, right?
Well, I don't know about that. I think people were talking about Urban Meyer as maybe, I don't know about the second coming. I'm not sure who he's the second coming of, but
Second coming of Peyton Manning. I don't know, greatest quarterback ever. So they're talking about him.
Well, Trevor Lawrence, yeah, but Urban Meyer, I'm not sure who he's the second coming of.
Oh, he's the second coming of a horrible college coach that, I don't know, Chip Kelly. Insert your college coach that did well in the college but did horrible in the pros.
Okay. I agree with you. I think the Titans are going to take this game. I do think the Titans have been vulnerable lately, but I don't think they're so vulnerable right now that they're going to lose to the Jaguars. That just doesn't seem that doesn't seem likely to be. But I will say I won't be as surprised as you might think I would be if the Jaguars win this game, just because the Titans have been slumping lately.
Okay.
It'd actually be interesting to see the Titans lose, and then like the Colts actually have a chance to make a run at this division in the last 4 weeks. I mean, it seems pretty insanely unlikely, but if the Titans really do fall off the map, then I mean anything's possible.
Yeah, give it to the give it to the Colts. They've been doing their thing, man. I mean, even though I think Carson Wentz is trash, he's been doing his thing. I think what you see in Minneapolis with Carson Wentz will be something similar to what you would see with Baker Mayfield when he become a Saint.
Right.
I'm telling y'all, man, if he goes to the Saints, man, Cleveland's gonna hate themselves. Like if he goes to the Saints, like I bet you New Orleans, they're sitting there like, come on, Cleveland, give them to us.
Well, they're just looking for anybody, really.
Yeah, but
then again, I don't know, man. I think they like Jameis Winston because they were doing just fine with Jameis Winston.
They were doing just fine with Jameis Winston. I really do think they were. I really do think they were. I think they would be fine. They were fine with Jameis Winston. But I also think that I think if Sean Payton got Baker Mayfield, I think he'd be they'd be separate.
There's no way he just fucking caught that. I hate the Steelers.
I'm trying to get the game up right now.
I hate the Steelers.
I
hate the Steelers so much. Unless they're going to call that offensive pass interference because he kind of pushed off.
Personally, I hate the Ravens right now. Goddamn Ratbirds. Anyway, all right. What game we got next?
All right, next we got the Raiders traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Who you got?
Ooh, that's a fun little interdivision game. Give me the Chiefs. You know, the Raiders always play the Chiefs close though. But the Chiefs look like they're
last time.
Yeah, that's true. The Chiefs look like they're back though, so give me the Chiefs. And the Raiders are,
oh my fucking God!
You already know how we feel about the Raiders.
The Steelers just went down the field and scored in 3 plays.
Yeah, the Vikings defense is just not there right now.
Dude, they shut him out for the first half.
I'll say right now.
What on earth is happening? Oh my God! I swear to God, if the Steelers win this game, I don't want Mike Zimmer back in Cincinnati. Like, you're not allowed back if the Steelers win this game.
They're going for 2 now. Fight the game up.
Dude, what is happening? I am stunned at just this insane level of incompetence by the Vikings. Like, are you serious right now?
They didn't get a 2-point conversion.
Well, they missed it.
Yeah,
so
that was a
that had no chance.
that pass was just like Ben Roethlisberger is probably trying to use everything he can in his will to get the team back to the playoffs. He's going to try.
Yeah.
I believe in Steelers more than I believe in the Ravens.
I don't believe in either of those teams. Now, I can tell you that I actively don't believe in the Vikings. So, man, come on, Vikings. Like, you're better than that, man. Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on. Wait, did I give my pick?
Yeah, who you pick?
I don't. Who was your pick? The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. The Raiders, they've been slumping lately. The Chiefs have been kind of back to where the Chiefs not okay. They aren't back to where the Chiefs were because the Chiefs' offense has still not been too good. It's their defense that's been winning in these games lately. But something's going on in Kansas City that's creating wins, and they just seem like they're overall in a way better place than the Raiders. So while I think maybe the Raiders have like the talent to maybe do something there. I don't think that they're going to have enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs for 4 straight quarters. I just don't.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean. All right.
So, I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna stick with it, but like I don't know, something's in the back of my head just telling me like.
Hey, but the Raiders can win that game.
They could. I don't actually think they will though.
Yeah, me
so let's move on. Texans hosting the Seahawks.
Why am I hesitating with that?
Because the Seahawks are trash. That's why.
Yeah, it seems like Wilson is checked out of Seattle. I thought I'd never say that.
Well, he didn't look like that last week.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still gonna go with the Seahawks. The Texans are just too bad of a team.
Yeah, the Texans are pretty bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, but I don't know, man. Like the Texans are not. I don't think this is gonna be. I don't think this is like a surefire type game. Like I think.
Oh no, it's not. Trust me, it's not. That's why I hesitated. This is exactly why I hesitated. You heard me. That hesitation was real.
All right, so how about the Saints traveling to New Jersey to play the Jets?
Saints traveling to New Jersey to play the Jets. All right. Ooh. So Taysom Hill hurt his finger. So I don't think that's going to be.
Well, he's not any good anyway.
Got me plenty. Those 100 rushing yards got me plenty of fantasy points if we're jumping over people and stuff. The Jets aren't good either. Yeah, give me the Saints. I think the Saints in this one.
All right.
I think they can find some way to beat the Jets.
I think I agree. The Saints are. Then again, that quarterback situation, but it's not like the Jets quarterback situation is much better.
Dalvin Cook had 190 yards.
Yeah, and he finally got a good run there, man. Like I mean, if Dalvin Cook can get back going, then the Vikings will be able to like put this game away. But that was part of the problem is Dalvin Cook like started getting stuffed, and then the Vikings receivers were making like terrible mistakes. There he's got a first down, so that's
he's good.
Come on, like I'm in the bargaining stage right now. Don't do this to me, NFL. Don't give the Steelers this fucking game, even though you just tried to with that fucking defensive pass interference penalty. Which I'm not saying I'm not saying it was necessarily the wrong call. I'm just saying come on, man. It seems like the Steelers always get those calls.
Of course.
Wow, that was great protection for Kirk Cousins. Oh my God, he's got a touchdown! There we go. KJ Osborne.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was incredible, and that was pass interference, by the way, on that Steelers player. Like the fact that they're not throwing the flag on that is proof to me that the refs are trying to give this game to the Steelers.
That was a good throw by Cousins.
Well, Vikings are back up. They're going to be up 16 after, assuming the extra point, which I guess you can't ever really assume that. But
that's also an awesome stadium. Yeah, it wasn't no missing those field goals at the beginning of the game too. Like you're on the dome. No, he dropped that.
Thank God that might have just killed all of the Steelers' momentum there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying the game's over or anything like that, but I am saying all that momentum the Steelers were building that'll drain the energy right out of the opposing team right there. Hopefully it stays.
I would do that shit to the Ravens on Sunday. Fuck.
Me too, dude. I'm rooting for you guys for my own selfish reasons, but I'm still rooting for you guys.
We'll get to that game.
All right, so next we got the New Jersey Giants going up against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Who's home in that game?
Chargers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Chargers are good. Vikings, fucking shit. Giants are bad.
Yep.
So
easy solution.
Yeah.
The game is easier to predict as we get later in the year if you start to figure out these teams.
I mean, I will say the Chargers, man, when they played us, the Chargers almost choked that game away.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah, they did. Y'all just choked away the comeback.
Yeah. Joe Mixon choked away the comeback.
Yeah, he fumbled the comeback.
That he did. All right, so Thomas, next up, we got the freshly winning Lions. The Lions who are coming off of a win.
Yeah, shout out to Jared Goff, y'all.
There you go. Traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. What you got?
See, man, look, I've been saying this all year. The Lions have weapons on that team. But I'm going to Broncos.
Do they really?
Yeah, his name.
I mean, enough to win one game, maybe.
Yeah, his name is D Swift. They got a good running back on that team. D Swift is freaking good, actually.
DeAndre Swift's a good running back. I mean,
that's about it. Like he's like one of those running backs.
I kind of like Amon-Ra St. Brown, but
the other Swift one of those running backs where you're like he's not a diamond or I think that he's like the one player that would be good like anywhere he goes.
Yeah,
he's a good running back. He's a really good running back. Them Georgia running backs, man.
Yeah,
wasn't he Georgia?
Sure.
Wasn't he Georgia? Yeah, he was Georgia, right?
Georgia,
yeah. Them Georgia running backs, man.
Yeah. No, I was real excited for DeAndre Swift when he was coming out of college.
Yeah, I'm happy he went to a team like the Lions. Like I could root for him and not like feel mad about myself rooting for him.
Right.
Like don't you hate it when like a player you like in college go to like the Steelers or Ravens? Like fuck you.
Yeah, like Benny Snell.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that. Or Tim Couch, by the way.
By the way, the Steelers are looking at 4th and long right now, or 4th and less than 1.
Oh, you must be ahead.
Oh boy, why?
Because when you said that on my feed, they were lining up for 3rd and 1. So
Sheldon Richardson. Is that who that is? Is that the Richardson I'm looking at? Is that Sheldon Richardson? Yeah,
that's Sheldon Richardson. He plays for the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he did with the Vikings.
All right, so let's see. I don't know if I picked my shot on this one, but I'm calling the Broncos. So
There's no way they got that off in time.
all right. So Thomas, what do you think? The Buccaneers or the Bills in Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay. Josh Allen. Well, I mean, like it was a weather. The weather that game was horrible, and you had Bill Belichick. We didn't have a chance to talk about this game. And the reason why I picked the Patriots is because I just knew Bill Belichick. Like, I mean, like I kind of bought in on this Patriots team a little earlier, and I just think that Bill Belichick's a genius. But it's not about the Patriots; it's about Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a good quarterback. He's a really good quarterback, but he can't outdo a Tom Brady, not late in the season, and he's been struggling. So give me the Buccaneers. I don't think that his struggle. I don't really blame him with struggles last game because the weather was horrible. Like what you gonna do? I stay consistent with that.
You know what's kind of nuts?
What?
If
Mr. Peanut Butter?
No, if the Buccaneers beat the Bills, which I also think that the Buccaneers will beat the Bills. I think I think like you said, I think Josh Allen's been struggling a bit lately, and if Josh Allen's struggling, then the Bills basically have no offense.
Yeah, because they got no running game, man, and that's a kind of a big deal. I don't have a running game. Now you said they're playing in Tampa, so the weather's not going to be. I mean, I don't know. It could be windy in Florida this time of year.
Yeah, but I don't know if the weather's going to play a huge factor in this one. But I do think that Tom Brady owns the Bills, so he's not going to stop owning the Bills just because he's playing for a different franchise now.
Yeah. Wow, they haven't been a 200 rush yard game yet this season, which is weird because I swear they used to see it more often.
Well, yeah, of course you used to see them more often back when they ran the ball more.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. People just don't rush the ball anymore.
Exactly. I mean, they do, but it's not nearly as it's not central to football the way it used to be. Like now it's more of it used to be like you pass to set up the run because the run's the heart of football. But now it's more like you run to set up the pass because you want to the modern NFL is passing the ball and trying to win through a great passing game. And you run the ball to basically keep defenses on their toes so they're not constantly trying to play soft coverage on you. All right, so next we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Charlotte, North Carolina, to play the Panthers. What you got? Are you there? Did we lose you? I think we lost him. Okay, so Kirk Cousins with the run. There we go. And it's a fumble, but the Vikings recovered it, so it's all good. And we lost Thomas, so that's not good. Not sure what to do here. So yeah, guys. Let's talk a little bit more about that game we were talking about then. So you got the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Carolina Panthers. And the Falcons have kind of been a little up and down this year, right? So the Falcons, they kind of looked like they were going to be able to come back and maybe make a playoff run, but they've just kind of been collapsing ever since they got to that point. So it's just do you really trust them to be able to do something like that? And then you got the Carolina Panthers, who kind of have the opposite problem this year, right? Because they got off to that 3-0 start, and they were looking like they were one of the hotter teams in football. And then the Broncos, and basically actually in about the same time as the Broncos, they just kind of started falling off. You thought Sam Darnold, he was going to be, you thought Sam Darnold was the truth, and now he's not even starting for him anymore. Now it's Cam Newton, and I think that might be partially due to injury, but it's not the point. I think when Sam Darnold's healthy, it's not going to be Sam Darnold. It's going to be Cam Newton. I mean, you never know. But I guess I'll go ahead and make my prediction on this as Thomas comes back. So
Yeah, look, y'all want to know how bad my day been? The last 30 seconds.
did you have to like
That's just
reset your
been
internet
my
or something?
no, I have my ring light and everything. I have a nice little setup here so I can get the lighting perfect on my phone and everything. And basically I had it all set up so he just threw a pick. That motherfucker. Anyway, I have a whole setup and like it's set up perfectly, and then I just forgot to plug in the charger to my phone. My charger, my phone. I came in, my phone was like 5%, but my phone didn't give me no warning that it was going dead. It just was like, "Good night, fuck you," and I was like, "No, fuck you," and then I was like, "Fuck me."
Well,
And
Jesus.
yeah. Anyway, by the way, what were you saying about you said the pass, you said the NFL before was opened up through the pass. Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it was ran, it was used the pass to open the run, now use the run to open the pass.
Right. Because basically the whole idea of the NFL is changing. Like it used to be that running the ball is the way that you won games. Now because the passing has been so heavily encouraged by the NFL rules,
Yeah.
and players have just been developed to be more athletic than they used to be. Than like they used to be developed to be like big and bruising and like 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 powerful. Like football was all about the power, and now it's more about the
Yeah.
athleticism.
Yeah.
So it's much more overall of a passing league than it used to be.
Uh,
And because of that, I think because of that, you're having the strategy of like, hey, we're gonna run the ball, but running the ball is really more of like kind of like this like sideshow that
uh,
we're gonna do it so that you can't like just throw everything you have at stopping us from passing the ball because you still have to respect the fact that we can run the ball. But it's never, very rarely is an offense anymore going to be about like we are going to just run the ball all the time. Like even the
uh,
Vikings, even the Vikings have Kirk Cousins who like makes these big, spectacular, amazing plays, and they might run more often than they pass, but it's still more about the pass. It's still more about the fact that they can that Kirk Cousins can throw it down your throat than
yeah.
it being about Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Is
needs to
that
be a little bit more about Dalvin Cook though, because they got 4 minutes left in the game, and they just and it's slowly in the process of choking away that 29-0 lead, and it's about to be a 9-point game. So,
all right, what
or it actually
prediction were you
might be an 8-point game because the Steelers might go for 2 here.
it's
Actually,
an
they
8 point
probably
game.
will go for 2.
Anyway, what prediction were you doing that what you gotta do next?
Panthers and Falcons. So I was talking about this game going into it. I was about to give my prediction. So
All right.
I think that the Carolina Panthers are probably going to win this game just because of the trajectory of these two teams and really the trajectory of the Falcons in general. Just like it's hard to trust them. So I'm
Yeah, it
going to
is.
call probably the Panthers on this one.
You gotta love Matt Rule. Give me the Falcons this game.
Okay.
The Panthers are overplaced too, and so yeah, give me the Falcons.
All right.
I think Matt Ryan might be able to pull this one out.
Okay. All right. So next we got the
Unless
Dallas
I gotta catch up.
Cowboys. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to our nation's capital to play the Washington football team. What you got?
Cowboys versus football team. Football team haven't been playing that bad.
No, they've been doing good lately. Yeah.
You gotta give it to them. And the Cowboys, they've been looking kind of vulnerable here. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make this my big upset of the week. I'm gonna go with the Washington football team.
Well, God damn it, Thomas, because I'm also going with the Washington football team.
Oh, there you go.
So I mean, like,
How about them Cowboys?
can I also make this my big upset of the week, or did you
I
already
mean,
call it?
I did, but I'll be like, why not both just like go ahead and just make it?
No,
If
you know
it's
what? You know what? I take it back. I'm not going to make this my big upset.
the last time we both made something our big upset of the week, the Steelers tied.
Right.
Come on, Detroit. You had one job. You had one job, Detroit. You had one job, Detroit. You had it. You had it right there. Like Pittsburgh, here, silver platter. Detroit was like,
or the
no.
Vikings.
Shoot, same thing with the Ravens too.
Oh my god! I swear to God, if the Vikings choke this game away,
See, the thing is that pissed me off about it though is that like the Steelers and the Ravens win games they don't deserve to win, and that's what pissed me off about those teams. Like they'll get straight up outplayed, like dominated, and they'll still find a way to win. I'll be like, how? Just how? Like how? Like, how did y'all get so dominated for 60 minutes? Or y'all get dominated for 55 minutes and they'll just have some kind of spark in 5 minutes to win the game. Like, come on, man. Fuck y'all.
all right. So I'm going with the Washington football team, but I'm not going to call this my big upset of the week because I got another one coming.
All right.
Like I just looked through the schedule, the rest of the schedule. I got one coming. So let's see. We got the Chicago Bears traveling to Green Bay to play the Packers. Who you got, Thomas?
Chicago Bears are going to Green Bay to play the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Packers.
Okay.
I know it's a divisional game, rivalries and everything. The Bears could, make it close sometimes and surprise people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at them young Steelers fans looking all evil and stuff. I hate the Steelers fans so much. Hate your whole fan base. But anyway,
it's like
you're in the Packers.
every single. And I'm not necessarily disagreeing with these calls, but it's like every single ticky-tack foul the refs can ever find to give the Steelers an opportunity to win a game, they're gonna do it, and it pisses me the fuck off because it's every single fucking game. That's how they win these games. Is the refs just hand them these games? Like I don't understand. It's a joke. It's just an absolute fucking joke. Come on, Kirk.
Yeah, come on, Kirk Cousins. Come on, Mr. Former Washington football team. Let's get a first down right here.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I am gonna make this game my big upset of the week. I think that I think that I'm gonna channel my Mitch Trubisky energy here, right?
Mm.
I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears and like who's at quarterback? Is it Andy Dalton or Justin Fields?
I think it. Good throw. I think it might be. I don't know yet. I don't know. Let's see. I think it might be Dalton. Their starter. Right now I think it looks like Dalton.
You said Dalton's a starter
no. Justin Fields been cleared. He will start.
Oh, damn. Okay, because that makes me feel a little less confident because like Andy Dalton versus Aaron Rodgers typically goes in favor of Andy Dalton. But if it's Justin Fields, I'm a little less confident. I still think that the Packers are, kind of sleepwalking a little bit. I think that they might get a little surprised here by the Bears. And not to mention that would be hilarious. So
yeah,
I'm going to make this game my big upset of the week. I think Chicago is going to punch back after Aaron Rodgers told them that made all those like that whole thing going around where he was like, "I still own you," and then that just like haunted the Bears forever. I think they're pissed off about that. So I think they want to go into Lambeau and they want to shake Aaron Rodgers off of them.
I mean, the Bears are an untalented team. They're just like in a phase where they're transitioning.
Right.
I mean, like Justin Fields isn't a horrible young quarterback. He's just a young quarterback. He's just what you would expect a young quarterback to be. Like he's on par with he's on par with a rookie quarterback should be. So you're like, yeah, I mean, like he's not extreme like Mac Jones or anything, but he's not horrible, like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's definitely had his lumps.
Oh yeah.
Year, but,
oh no, that's what I'm saying.
At the same time, you're right.
He's a rookie quarterback. Yeah, he's a rookie quarterback. Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. What you got?
Well, that's fun. I think Kyler Murray's back too. Give me the Cardinals. The Rams haven't really been looking that good.
Neither of the Vikings. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one because I feel like the Rams are due for a bounce back game.
Hopefully, it's on the Ravens.
Well, that's also true. That could also happen, but I don't know. I feel like Matt Stafford is ready to go back out there and like I mean that's the thing that Matt Stafford does, right? Like I mean he has these bad games and then he has these good games, and I think I think he's due for a good game, and I think I think you want to talk about teams that have been sleepwalking. I think the Cardinals have also been sleepwalking a little bit. So I think the Rams are gonna take this game, and they're not going to let themselves get swept, whatever.
Oh yes, that's great. Oh yes, that's great. All right, that's great. That's
Okay.
good. You'll see in a second.
Yes, I will see here in a second. So you got Kirk Cousins throws, and it's going to be pass interference. Is that what they're calling?
Yeah.
All right, they did throw a flag, and that's got to be pass interference on Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he freaking grabbed his face mask.
And I agree with you. I agree with you. If that is great, I'm so happy that they called that, because how many times do they actually ever fucking call that on the Steelers? Never. That's the answer.
But like the thing is though, is that like you didn't even have to do anything. You just didn't have to grab his face mask.
So that puts the Vikings in field goal range, but more importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs,
Oh
and the Steelers have no
no,
timeouts.
they didn't. It wasn't pass interference. Never mind.
Are they calling a holding or a face mask?
They didn't call. They didn't call anything. I don't know what happened. I guess they didn't
They
call
picked
it.
the flag up?
But he grabbed his face mask though.
But they threw the fucking flag.
I mean, but he literally grabbed his face mask.
And they threw the flag. Like, you can't tell me there was no flag. Bro. Dude, I hate the Steelers so much. This is such a joke.
How come they're not talking about it either? He's just like, oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, me too. All right, we got next.
Well, next we got the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the San Francisco 49ers.
You're playing 49ers. Because you're the fourth in the division. They were the fourth in the division. That makes sense. Give me the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo's haven't been bad, but I know y'all lost that game against.
Garoppolo's been super inconsistent. You know who else has been inconsistent? The Bengals.
Beat them, though.
And the Bengals just lost, so that would make me think the Bengals are due to win.
Yeah. I mean, y'all playing on a much worse opponent anyway.
Bro, we got a 3-game home stretch here, and you can't tell. Like I swear to God, if we have a 3-game, oh my God, cannot let him get out of bounds.
Yeah, it should be a 2-win win right now.
I swear to God. I swear to fucking God.
And they call that one. They call that one. Wow, what a hell of a catch. And he still caught that. Chase Claypool was pretty damn good. Not on the front.
I'm so sick and tired of these fucking refs, dude.
That's a hell of a catch.
I'm so sick and fucking tired of these refs, dude.
But hey, man, you gotta give it to him. Like that's a hell of a catch. Like
I don't fucking. Yeah, okay, that's a nice catch by Chase Claypool, but it doesn't change the fact that the Steelers are only in this game because the refs are sucking their dick the whole fucking game.
Yeah, that must feel nice. By the way,
this is unfucking believable, dude. The Steelers have got to have the most absolute fucking joke of a fucking record right now. And if they go ahead to 7-5-1, it's not even. Okay, what's the fucking flag now?
That's against the Steelers. It was
Better
holding.
fucking be.
It
Yeah,
was a legal block.
they're gonna throw in a flag against the Steelers just to make it not seem super fucking like sketchy.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like
it's gonna be pass interference on the
that
offense.
pass interference long call was kind of bad because he grabbed his face mask like
Yeah,
pretty pretty inadvertently too.
right. And that would have been game over.
Yeah,
The Vikings would have just ran out the clock or at least kicked a field goal.
I don't think the NFL would like that though.
I don't fucking give a shit what the NFL likes. That's not fair.
Anyway, I think the Bengals are going to beat the 49ers because, like you said, Joe Burrow is not the type. I think the great players don't have back-to-back bad games. I think Joe Burrow is going to be focused this game. It's a weaker opponent than the Chargers were. Like you said, you get 300 straight home games. Yeah, give me Bengals this game. Give me Bengals. I think I'm confident in Joe Burrow's ability this game.
Yeah, man, I do think because like, I mean, obviously I've been really hammering home the trying to figure this game out. I think the Bengals run defense is going to stuff the 49ers run offense, and then it's going to really be on Jimmy Garoppolo to go make some big plays and win the game. And when Jimmy Garoppolo is forced to make big plays and win the game, he typically loses. He typically turns the ball over and makes big mistakes. So the way I see it, I think the Bengals match up really well against the 49ers. The one thing that worries me is George Kittle. George Kittle could potentially destroy the Bengals.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty freaking good. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. Outside of, good D. Good D. Good D.
All right. So and we got one last game left to talk about then, which is Baltimore Ravens and that is good D. Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns. So what do you think is going to happen, Thomas? Even if you haven't already given it away.
So, all right. So, I think the Ravens. I don't think Lamar Jackson is that good, and I've been Chase Claypool needs to stop running his mouth. He's a little bit too hyper, and he needs to control his emotions. Mm-hmm. Chase Claypool needs to control his emotions. Like you made a good. Like you're playing good. You're playing good, dude. You're playing good, and I get your intensity, but you got to relax. You got to be zen, dude. You can't. You're out there. You're acting like, come on, man. You're playing good, dude. Like you're playing good. Don't act like a Stiller. Like it's just that's why they're so dislikable because like you're playing good. You're making these good plays and everything. And I get you're fired up and everything, but don't be like a dick. Like just relax, dude. Like shit. Anyway,
so Ravens.
Give me the Browns. I don't think Lamar Jackson been that good, and I don't think that the problems with Lamar are indicative of what the rest of his career is going to be. The problem with Lamar Jackson isn't like Baker Mayfield's not healthy. Mm-hmm. He's struggling with his body pain and stuff. And like people are like, oh, it's not a real excuse. Like, yeah, but it's more the excuse than Lamar have. What's Lamar's excuse? Lamar look worse than Baker. If not, it's just as bad. I'd say just as bad. But even still, Baker Mayfield's playing with one arm, and Lamar Jackson's playing just as bad as Baker Mayfield with one arm. You just ruined. Dude, you had to pick. Both of y'all had to pick. Y'all suck. They dropped the pick in the end zone. Anyway, I don't think that Lamar Jackson is playing. I think Lamar Jackson has been figured out, and I think the Browns, if they get 4 picks on him, with just 1 week of preparation, with 2 more weeks of preparation of the same team they just played, basically had 3 weeks of prep for this team. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be ready for the Ravens. They're gonna be ready for the Ravens. They're gonna be ready. I know they have some COVID issues, some injury issues. They're gonna. I got a feeling. I think it's gonna be a very Chubb Hunt game, man. If they get going, watch out. Watch out.
Right. Well, Thomas,
Oh,
I got to be honest with you. The Ravens have had 3 weeks to prep for the Browns too. Don't forget that. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
well, I mean, but they played the Steelers though last game.
Huh?
They played the Steelers last game.
Well, yeah, but they well, okay, I get what you're saying, but it's like the Ravens did just play the Browns. It's like they have already done the prep for this team. So yeah, they played the Steelers in between, but I mean, it's like they're still getting a little bit of that boost from playing them so close together.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
I gotta find some way to catch up to you because you just keep spoiling everything that's happening for me. And he dropped it. Good fucking God. I swear to God, if the Steelers are pulled off that game. Well, that is just more proof, dude, that the refs do everything they can to try to hand the Steelers the win. The difference is these ain't your fucking daddy's Steelers. These are the fucking Steelers that can't win despite the refs. Jesus, the fact that this team is 6-1 is an absolute goddamn joke. The fact that they've won 6 games this year is a joke. The refs handed them that game against the Bears. They basically handed them that game against the Lions. Like there's no way on earth that the Steelers should be 6-1 right now, but they are, and a big reason they are is because the refs are handing them games. But what the Steelers are proving is they're so bad that even the refs doing everything they can to give the Steelers a win isn't gonna matter because that's how bad the Steelers are, dude.
I hate that team.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Thomas. I think the Ravens are going to win this game.
That's cool, man.
I already said I will be rooting for the Browns. I hope I'm wrong, but I do think that the Ravens are going to win this game because I think the Browns are, like you said, I think they're very injured. I think the Ravens are also very injured, and I don't know if you heard like Marlon Humphrey's out for the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like the Ravens are not also heavily injured, but I think the Ravens have been dealing with being injured better than the Browns have been dealing with being injured this year. And I don't know. It's just like the Ravens already beat them, and they beat them while also turning the ball over 4 times. Is Lamar Jackson going to turn the ball over 4 times again? I don't think he is.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson going to score more than 20 points.
Well, that's a question. But are the Browns?
I think they can.
Well, I think they can too. I think
I didn't think it. I mean, like I think a lot of this stuff, like I don't think that the problem is that I think that the Browns have been playing under their potential, while I think the Ravens have been playing above their potential, essentially. And like I know you're gonna go like, oh, Thomas, like like well, yeah. So what makes you believe that they will play above their potential coming out and after the bye? Well, simply put, they got a bye, and I think that having a bye is actually very, very important. I think a bye could be very valuable to a team. I think a bye could do a lot for a team, especially when you talk about players where our strengths are our running backs, and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt get more time to rest. Baker Mayfield get more time to heal his arm, and he gets to focus. I really don't think that Baker Mayfield is bad as media is trying to spin it off, and this whole Kevin Stefanski can't coach. I just think they is really just need a bye, and call it an excuse, whatever. But I just think that's just going to pay a lot of dividends to mental health, physical health, and team growth. And I just think that they're going to give it time for them to really like breathe, look at what's wrong with this offense, and figure out ways to score. Because I just don't think that this offense is just going to stay quiet as long as it will. And I just think that when you have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb in the backfield, I think that they could explode. I think the stadium's going to be rocking. I don't think Lamar Jackson is in rhythm. I think that they just lost a really key part of their team, so they won't be able to stop you on defense. And I just think that you just force Lamar Jackson to sit in that pocket and make throws, he will turn that ball over. So let's do it. I don't think that he might not throw 4 turnovers, but he might get 2. He might have 2. He's been doing that because he's been averaging 2 a game for the last 4 games.
All right. Well, I'm not saying the Browns can't win. We talked about this after the Browns lost on the Battle of Ohio podcast a couple weeks ago. We talked about it. I said I think the Browns can come back and do it.
Yeah, man.
I still think they can. Like, I mean, this is not a Ravens team that's unbeatable, and this is not a Browns team that can't win a game. You know, these I think these are 2 fairly evenly matched teams. But I don't know, man. After what I saw last week, and it's like, do I think the Ravens are going to put up another performance like that? It's difficult for me to think that they're going to do that. But you never know. They might. And if they do, then yes, I do think the Browns are going to win if the Ravens come out and play the same way they did 2 weeks ago.
Yo. What's up with this? What's up with this Broncos player that died?
Who died?
Demaryius Thomas.
What? Demaryius Thomas died?
Died at 33. Myles Garrett broke the story. How did Myles Garrett?
What happened?
I don't know.
Dude, what the hell?
Wait, Vince. Oh, God, hold up. Oh, Vince Lombardi helped broke the story too. That's what it is. Okay. What they're saying?
Dude, that's sad.
Yeah. They're not saying how he died. He's just
Yeah.
He's just saying that he died. 33 years old, dude. That is not old at all. That is.
And he just retired from the NFL like earlier this year.
Oh my God, it can't be any day.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't earlier this year.
No, dude. That's crazy.
No, yeah, it was earlier this year. It was back in June. He announced his retirement. God damn.
Wow. It's not saying how he died, just saying that he died.
That's a shame, man.
5-time Pro Bowler.
It's unfortunate. But anyway, guys, I don't really know how else to really transition out of that, but we do got to get going. So rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas. That's very, very, very sad news. But we will catch you again on the hopefully we actually can. This holiday season's been absolutely brutal for me at work. So we've been, missing a bunch of we haven't missed an episode of the podcast yet, but we've been struggling to get these live streams done. So
but we're not going to miss an episode of the podcast.
Yeah, we won't. But hopefully we won't miss the recap episode. But anyway, until then, you can always catch more of what I do at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps, my YouTube channel, which is Kyle Phelps, and ATBnetwork.com/Cincinnati Bengals. And then Thomas, you can find him at T_star94 on Twitter and Instagram, and the Thomas J Network on YouTube and TikTok. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll leave you all with a Who Dey.
The Browns are no longer in last place. Go Browns.
Thank fucking God.